right, so I'm Tim, sitting from Astoria Visual Arts, sitting here with Stephen Slappe. Going to talk about his project, the Willamette Line, that's on show at the gallery this month. Do you want to talk a little bit about just what the concept of the project is? I know that a lot of people know that it's a video installation, but may not know much more than that.
Right. Well, this particular video installation started as a kind of larger project that's part of a building in on the east side of Portland that just went up. The building is called MLK, or 5 MLK is the name of the building, so it's right on the corner of Burnside and MLK. And it's, the installation is basically 19 monitors, 55-inch monitors side by side. And the piece of footage that's showing in the gallery right now is shown on those screens, but at staggered intervals of 1 minute. So it's basically like you see the same piece of footage move through 19 screens over the course of about 20 minutes. The whole installation, of course, is about 4 hours long, just like the loop in the gallery. So when Noel asked me to show something at the gallery, and I was trying to think what would work there, I was thinking a lot about that footage. I'd wanted to see the footage projected, see it at a different scale. I wanted to see it sort of by itself, if you could just study one image, if a person, could spend time with it, almost like a long film. Maybe like a film like, like a structural film or something like that, where it's just like, because it really is like the footage is pretty much real time. I mean, it's slowed down, but it's the entire distance from the mouth of the Willamette River to Willamette Falls, which is about 27 miles. No, I was just thinking of points in the river, and and Willamette Falls is a place. It is one of the few places where the river is still wild. What it used to look like. So I was kind of thinking about it that way too, like this place where it meets the Columbia, and then this other place where it, Oregon City, this, sort of basically thinking also about the kind of length of Portland as well, as the river in relationship to the city, mm-hmm. And particularly the east side. So, notice that not all of the footage hugs the east side of the river, but I was really particular about capturing certain kind of landmarks along the east side. And paying attention to the east side. One, because the building where the installation is installed is on the east side, but also just because it's not the side of the. I just thought it just shows the industrial part of Portland. It shows the sort of like economics of like cargo ships and that sort of thing. That also made me think of Astoria. The relationship between ships and container ships and that sort of thing. So I was really interested in just like that, even for myself, just like collecting that as a sort of snapshot of the river at a particular time,
Yeah.
And then just like looping that infinitely. And like right now, the footage was recorded in September of 2018, and right now, it's starting to get older, but at a certain point, it's going to be the snapshot of the past, because the installation is permanent in this building. So again, in showing it at the gallery, I was really interested in like, what if the way I designed it originally and worked with the footage was in this one way. And so I thought, like, how can I sort of like reimagine it in this space and still have it, will it say the same thing or will it say something different? I mean, it's obviously going to be different than having, 19 of them.
Yeah.
And being in the shape of a line, but it almost transforms it from that sort of like linear shape in the original installation into something that's more of like experimental film or something, sort of long form, looping. I mean, it does have a kind of narrative in a way, right? I mean, there's a pretty clear beginning and end that has to do with like where with where it starts and where it ends. But I imagine very few people would sit through 4 hours of it.
Yeah, you can kind of come and go
right.
as you need.
Right.
And with the narrative, is there any commentary that you see, or is it kind of up to the viewer? There's a lot of commerce with the ships and things, and kind of this, I don't want to say invasion, but the natural land with the city coming in. Mm-hmm. So is there like a conservationist theme, or is it kind of up to the viewer to take what they want from it?
I think it is up to the viewer. I think it's like I tried to make something that I thought again, that taking that idea of a snapshot, or this idea of just like it is what it is. It's like obviously there are decisions about framing and all of that, but basically all I was trying to do is like, in terms of framing was like hug, the bank most of the time, and then the water part of the time as well, and mostly just choosing an angle to capture that is, a way that we normally can't see. Even if you're like in a helicopter or something, you
Yeah.
can't really look straight down. So it's almost like a glass bottom boat or something, or a
Yeah.
satellite view of it.
Or a bird.
Or a bird, right?
Yeah.
So there's a kind of flattening of it that I'm really interested in terms of like color and pattern and all of that.